The internet is going insane because of Xbox, and I can truly empathize with that. For the reason that I am an Xbox fan myself in a way, but I am an Xbox fan of the original hour, of the 0 hour of Xbox, when Xbox actually was kicking ass, and this was in the time of the very much original black Xbox, and then subsequently with the Xbox 360. That was the absolute golden era. I can absolutely, agree with anyone who is saying that. And I have here in my home those two consoles. I do not own any one console after that point, not the Xbox One and not the Series Xbox. So recently we had a thing going on with Xbox basically annihilating themselves in the most weird way possible. It was super bizarre, and everywhere where you are looking, the internet is basically freaking out and being quite discontent, to say the least, about the situation with Xbox. And so am I. I mean, it's really weird. I do not know what their end game is. Some people might believe that they have some end game. However, today we're going to do a little investigating together, and we're just going to figure out what the world thinks about the Xbox at the very present moment. Let's start with this.
Forget the PS5 Pro. Xbox has a genius plan that's going to make you want to buy their newest console. In 2023, PlayStation sold 3 times more PS5s than Xbox consoles, and it may become an even bigger margin in 2024 with the PS5 Pro releasing. But Xbox has a trick up their sleeve that's going to affect everyone.
Okay, what is it? What is the trick?
Everyone, regardless of the platform you play
because I couldn't think of it, but go on.
It was previously leaked that we'd be getting a digital-only Xbox Series X with a few minor upgrades, although that looks to be cancelled. Xbox's CEO Phil Spencer came out and said that there's no need to put out a mid-gen refresh like PlayStation is doing with the Slim and Pro models. And during Xbox's recent Activision trial, we found out the next Xbox would be releasing alongside the PS6 in 2028. Turns out, Xbox has completely changed their mind. According to credible leakers,
or you could say Xbox doesn't know what the fuck they are doing. You could also easily say that. So this is like point of perspective, really relative to where you are looking at it from, in my opinion.
Jeff Grubb, the reason we're not getting a mid-gen Xbox is because they're skipping straight to the next console generation in 2026, 2 years ahead of schedule. Forget the...
First of all, we need to see about that, and if it's not really, like a pretentious kind of, like, pretending to do a next-gen console while actually doing a mid-gen refresh, we have to see about that. So let's watch the next stupid fucking short. I know why I have that deactivated on my other computer. I have a application extension for Chrome to not see shorts. That's kind of weird and nonsensical. I'm not happy that I watched that one. And let's see. What I really am interested in is actually, what is Xbox themselves saying? Xbox, let's go. Are they saying anything? Of course not. But what is the last thing that they said? Nothing, basically. They're not communicating. What was the last thing they communicated? Like, PR kind of announcement sort of like thing. Like, how many B-tier games? It looks like that, at least. I don't want to, shame anything here, because most of it I do not know. But Digimon Storytime Stranger definitely doesn't speak to me personally, but whatever. The Grinch Christmas Adventures Merry Mischievous Edition Launch Edition. It looks like kind of pray and spray to me. This is how it looks like to me. Looks like that. Like, they don't know the fuck what they are doing, to be honest with you. This is how it looks like. But I mean, come on, is there anything Just Dance 2026? Is there anything? I remember there was this video from Sarah Bond. There is just nothing. Maybe I'm on the wrong channel. Is there another Xbox channel? Xbox official? Not offline update. I wanted official. Their communication is so weird. Alright, since like Xbox literally doesn't have to say anything about the matter, we're going to listen to the regulars. But to be honest with you, I'm really not a fan of most of the gaming YouTubers. I have to admit. I guess that's like, you know, yeah, I don't want to watch any of that guy, especially those guys. I'm sorry, really sorry. I don't want to front. Exactly here. This like is the Bond video which I was talking about, Sarah Bond video 3 months ago. Let's watch it because I think I mean Xbox, yeah, that's Xbox. They rarely do that apparently.
At Xbox, our vision is for you to play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want. That's why we're investing in our next generation hardware lineup across console, handheld, PC, cloud, and accessories. I am thrilled to share we've established a strategic multi-year partnership with AMD to co-engineer silicon across a portfolio of devices, including our next generation Xbox consoles.
Dude, I reacted already to that shitty video. I'm sorry, it's really silly. She's not even good in reading from a teleprompter. That's all I have to say about that video. But I was wondering, okay, like, you know, shit hits the fan. Is there any kind of communication from them? Nuh-uh. No, they just don't give a fuck. It's like, whatever. It's really weird. Yeah, that is interesting. Linus is firing, like, really core people that he, like, shouldn't fire, probably. Power on the Story of Xbox, Chapter 5, The Red Ring of Death. This is actually a good documentary. Whoever did that did a quite good job. Well, what to say, people? It's not looking that great for Xbox at the moment. They could do something that would really turn around everything. But, you know, they're so steeped in this corpo bullshit. It's like really, really, really creepy corpo decision-making, anti-consumer, constantly not giving a fucking shit about any of their fans or if they're to their long-time supporter. You can really easily see it. I'm a guy who sold all his consoles as a kid to buy the original Xbox and to play Halo. And it's not appealing to me. And that already tells you a lot. There is no reason for me to buy the Series console at all, because the games are shit and they don't really have exclusives as far as I know, because you can play it always on PC. Is there any exclusives for the Xbox system? I guess not. Like true system exclusives, they don't have them. And in general, this is the lamest generation ever, in my opinion. Like literally, there's nothing, because all of this generation has been wasted for stupid, failed, and mostly cancelled service games. So it's the most shitty generation since a long time. Like Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 is really where all the new amazing technologies came up, and then the generation after that was really where it was solidified, mostly by Sony PlayStation, I have to say, with an amazing lineup like that will live forever as one of the best gaming lineups ever, I think, for any console when it comes to first-party titles. Xbox first-party titles and decision-making is horrible. Like, their first-party lineup is mostly shitty. Think about Redfall, for example. Think about Starfield. think about their behavior with, like, how they're dealing with some of the best gaming studios in the world and treating them like crap. And like the layoffs have been historic, really historic. And why? Because they want to outsource brain power to AI, of course. So this is the situation with Xbox. Do you think that they can turn it around? I mean, it would be cool, but truthfully, like, he's a big Xbox fan. Let's listen to this guy.
Xbox keeps finding ways to make things worse. What's up, yo?
Like, this is an Xbox-centric channel. This guy is like super pro Xbox. So let's listen to what he has to say.
Y'all, I'm Ray, and this is my channel, Xbox Ready, and damn, it's been a tough ass week to be an Xbox fan. I used to make the comparison that being an Xbox fan is kind of like being a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, which I know very well because I grew up in Texas. I've been rooting for them my entire life. And if you know anything about the NFL, you know that that is a life full of pain and disappointment year in and year out. It's not like they're objectively bad every year, like the winless Lions team or like the Cleveland Browns, like 1-6.
Okay, get to the point, bro. I appreciate it, but get to the
any
point.
of that. Just season. Oh, there's so much talent at the skill positions. Oh, so much talent on the. Sometimes they go.
Yeah, we get it, all right. Like, what he's meaning to say there, like in a very long-winded way, is that Xbox is in the shit. We know that already. Let's
13-3 in the regular season, secure home field advantage for the playoffs, only to have it all catastrophically implode by the 49ers or the Green Bay Packers, or you go back further than that. They just find a way to disappoint you. Being an Xbox fan, a lot of the
He could have done it so much more time effective, I feel. But
times feels the same. Gosh, I remember when I used to do these two host videos with my buddy Jimmy, and we'd get on and we say that we're realistic Xbox fans. We were making videos during the time like 2022 where there was like no first party games, delays to Redfall and Starfield.
I have to be honest with you, like, I do not have this allegiance towards one singular brand. I love the Sega Dreamcast, for example. I love the PlayStation. It was one of my first consoles. I love the Game Boy because it was my very first gaming thing ever in the world. I love the original Xbox and the Xbox 360. I don't have that, like, really, like, you know, kind of like tribal alignment with one brand where I'm like going totally insane on them. I respect it, I guess, like, okay, in terms of that, it's like, it's meant to serve a YouTube channel idea, so that's why it's there. He's, of course, serving a specific niche audience.
And I remember people getting so mad at that. I remember seeing a whole Twitter thread being like, Xbox Ready, they're fake Xbox fans. He gets on there with his buddy Jimmy and says he's a realistic Xbox fan. He's just trying to profit off of us Xbox bros. Don't watch the channel, fake fan. Whatever happened to that, Ray? Whatever happened to realistic expectations, Ray? Damn it, I got swept up in all of the hype that Xbox was building, especially the hype around Game Pass. There was no bigger champion, or very few champions that were on the same level as me. I'd come on here day in and day out, video after video, talking about how awesome Game Pass was, how much I enjoyed my Ultimate subscription, even when they jacked up the price to 20.
Kind of like trapped in himself. He's not really talking about the thing itself. What can we take from him? Like, that he's in distress. All right, like, this is what I'm getting from his videos, like that he's in distress. Like, in distress because of what he just said, like the other Xbox fans don't respect him, and like then like he's basically in distress. But he didn't say a lot about anything yet.
$1 a month. You could probably find a video of me saying that like 2 weeks ago, but all of that has obviously shifted. You've heard it at this point. You must have. Everyone is talking about it. Major news outlets like the BBC, freaking politicians are weighing in. The recent price increases to Game Pass Ultimate and the restructuring of those lower tiers. The FTC is over there saying, ha, I told you so. I said exactly this was going to happen if we allowed this merger of Activision Blizzard and Microsoft. We're getting hit with reminders about the price increase directly on our consoles, like a full page ad, like they do with their other first party games and
yeah, I mean, they have this merger, okay, like, for at least we get something out of this. There was this merger, and of course they want to get the money back from the acquisition, of course. It's so stupid and so simple. It's what I want. They want their billions back. Millions, I guess, hundreds of... I don't know how much it was. It was a fuckload of money, more than we can comprehend.
And damn, it just, yeah. And somehow, Xbox has found a way to make it even worse. Now, with your Xbox Game Pass subscription, there's always been this really cool feature wherein if you buy a game in the Game Pass library, you get a discount. At minimum, usually it's 20% off, but it can go all the way to 50 sometimes. You also used to get a discount on DLCs related to those Game Pass titles. So if you wanted to buy, I don't know, the Hot Wheels DLC, for Forza Horizon 5, you'd get a discount on.
Yeah, this is the thing. It is all encompassing. This is the issue, guys. The issue is it's all encompassing. It's not a singular kind of like situation. It is kind of everywhere. You know, like they took so many benefits and now it's just like this empty husk of a service, it feels like. You know, like there are like a couple of different tiers and all of them are shitty for different reasons. The people, they liked Xbox Game Pass obviously because of the day one purchases. That's how I got it. I had it, I think, twice over the span that it existed. And at first it was like a no-brainer kind of deal. I think it started at a sub €10 price point. At that point I was like, even I was like voluntarily talking about it with my friends and said like, God damn it, it's an unbeatable deal. And I had it, and I got it the second time, if I remember correctly, for Starfield. And yeah, it was because of that day one purchase I could play Starfield, and I almost didn't have to pay for it at first. I think there was like some promotion going on, which was like the first 3 months for 99 cents or something like that. Don't remember exactly, something like that. And this is why people loved it. Day one, you know, big games like Call of Duty, big games like Starfield, big system sellers or games that were meant to be system sellers and didn't really turn out to be, like Starfield, of course. But you know, that was the appeal. Now it's like behind a €30 paywall, and that's of course shitty. It destroys the whole value proposition.
That. Cool little perk, right? I thought so too. Well, that doesn't matter because you won't be able to do that anymore. You still get the discounts on the games, but that'll no longer apply to any DLC. Instead, you'll get a percentage of your purchase back in rewards points. And to clarify, Microsoft already put out a statement saying this is not specific to any one game and reflects all games and DLC purchases. Instead of a discount on the purchases, Ultimate and Premium subscribers will earn 10 and 5% respectively in points when purchasing select games and add-ons from the Game Pass library. Ultimate members continue to have a 20% discount on select games from the Game Pass library. On top of that, all rewards members will earn points when shopping games and add-ons on the store, while Premium and Ultimate subscribers will earn even more, 2 times and 4 times respectively. See more detail on the Game Pass program where, oh my god, like that whole second paragraph, I just tuned out. I don't even know, like, that's so, I don't know, like, it makes sense, but it also doesn't. It's convoluted, it's confusing. And yeah, you can earn back points, but there's a limit. If you're an Ultimate subscriber, you can earn up to $100.
It is confusing sort of by design. I mean, it's like they make more money. This is their calculation. If it like turns out to be as projected or not is a different story, but most likely it would be. And this is the reasoning, the causation, however you want to call it, is because of that. They put it all into their little AI, and the AI said, do it like that, you make more money.
Worth of points, less so if you're on the other tiers. I feel like a lot more people would just like to have the straight discount so they don't feel like this weird need to churn in their Game Pass membership, make it a full-time job so they justify paying $30 a month or keeping their subscription active on the lower tiers. Because they've also said that you can't use these points to buy Game Pass. You have to use it on other stuff. You can't extend the service with the points, which is what a lot of people want to do. But no, no. Xbox, Microsoft, they can't have that. And a lot of people are wondering why? Why Xbox? Why ruin this really, really cool thing by jacking up the price so much? A lot of people are now looking at Activision Blizzard as the main culprit, specifically Call of Duty. When Microsoft first announced their intention to buy Activision Blizzard, it sent a seismic wave through the industry. It was crazy. It took a whole year for them to finalize a deal. Millions in legal battles, all in pursuit of the white whale, Candy Crush, Call of Duty. At the time, this seemed like a move that would put Xbox on the map, and in some ways it has. It boosted their revenue to crazy levels never before seen in Xbox history, but the cost may have very well been Xbox's soul. You see, Xbox had a problem. They previously made this pledge to bring all of their games day and date to Game Pass, which is not something that gels well with the yearly release cadence of Call of Duty. They rely on that opening window of sales to generate the majority of their revenue, and then they generate more revenue long term with microtransactions like battle passes, seasons, new skins. So Xbox was faced with this problem. Well, we already made this commitment to bring all of our other games, including Bethesda titles, to Game Pass day and date. I guess we kind of have to do that with Call of Duty too. The other side of this is that it is well known that a game being on Game Pass titles means less sales for that game. That's why Bobby Kotick was like, I would never do a subscription service, put Call of Duty on a thing like that. That's stupid. When Xbox made the call to put Call of Duty games onto Game Pass, like Black Ops 6, it was definitely a win for gamers and consumers. No longer would we have to be forced to buy the new Call of Duty every year. We can try it as part of our subscription. Previously, I thought this was something that they'd be okay with because, well, it would boost Game Pass numbers and subscribers, and also they wouldn't miss out on the sales over on PlayStation or Steam. Well, now the true cost of Call of Duty being on Game Pass has come out, and it's something around $300 million in sales lost. Now, $300 million lost, that's a crazy number. I'm never going to see $300 million in my life. That's the budget of several video games. That's money that they can obviously reinvest in other Call of Duties, other Activision stuff, other Xbox business operating. Confusing because Xbox was like, this is the biggest Call of Duty launch ever, talking about.
All right, I think it's enough for now from this guy. What do you guys think? I think it's kind of tragic, and I hope that they can find their ways back, to be honest with you, because deep down in my heart, I want to not only have, Sony like really succeeding and Xbox not at all. I want to have them both kind of excelling in their own way, ideally. In an ideal world, that would be like that, I guess. At the moment, it is rather disappointing, and it just confirms why I do not have a subscription anymore to Game Pass, and why I do not have any current gen Xbox console. So what about you? What do you think about the whole shebang-a-bang? I think there's nobody left on Xbox's side at this point. Like, nobody other than the shareholders. Let me know in the comment section below. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Peace out, guys. Talk to you soon. Boo!